brace yourselves, this is an absolute joke of a race from me. Hey guys, and welcome along to another video. If this is your first time here and you like watching all sorts of GT Sport related stuff, subscribe now and click the little bell icon so you get notified of every video I upload and you don't miss a thing. Today's video is the next video in our quest to be the best series, following on from the beginner to winner series where I became an A+ ranked driver. This series follows my journey of pushing on and trying to put my ticket at the 2019 Gran Turismo World Tour. So make sure you stay tuned to the very end of the video to see how we get on and if we move any closer to our goal. So, intro over, let's get into it. So today we are back in the Nations Cup. We're at round 1 of season number 2 and we are in group 4 and we've got 25 laps of my EB. Now the lobby that we're in is absolutely insane. Just look at the first couple of guys that you're going to see here. We've got Papunku and Adam. It's just madness. So I actually did quite well in this. We actually qualified. You will just see as we cover the top 5 here. You'll see that we've actually qualified in 9th place and just under 4/10 off the pole time. Even though it's a short lap, I'm still pretty happy with that. So there's some big points up for grabs. Let's see how we get on. The plan going into this race was a no-stopper, but the main thing for us was going to be consistency. Now it's something that we've struggled with before, but I wanted to go into this race and we did a couple of practice races with subscribers earlier on in the day, and we also covered it in the FIA practice and chill sessions, which are every Thursday and Sunday for those who are interested. But I was fairly confident coming in. As you can see by my qualifying time, I wasn't a million miles away, and we just needed to, while it was going to be intense, just get through 25 laps and try not to make a massive mistake and bin it, because if you have to pit for any reason, you will be done. So we're going to fast forward to lap number 4 here. Things are looking good at the moment. We're staying within a second of Pathan up in front, a well-known racer who I know, and I'm really quite happy that I'm even with him, to be quite honest with you. Another big name in this lobby. But what's happening is I'm finding the front end is not turning in as well because of the air. And what's going to happen here is we're going to make our first mistake, which is going to drop our rear left onto the grass there, and it's going to fire us onto the inside into the Armco. We're down to 17th place and we've picked up some aero damage at the front of the car, so that's going to affect the handling as well, and it is really not good at all, because as I was saying, we didn't want to pit, but I'm in two minds now whether I should, because coming around here I'm going to have to take it a bit slow. It looks like we're catching, but I'm really struggling with the front end now around here, and consistency was the one thing that I needed. And after only 4 laps, and I'm going to go off again here, there's the front end playing about. I managed to catch it, but that's showing the issues that we've got with the front end now. Not good at all. But we're not going to pit, we're going to try and stay with it as it's just an aero issue, and we're just going to have to struggle on from here. The intensity of this race is starting to show as somebody else has to come into the pits for damage, and we make our way up to 16th. Lap number 10 now, so about 40% through the race here, and we're not actually losing too much ground to the Spaniard in front. We haven't managed to make a mistake for a while now, but that front end is still playing absolute havoc with the handling, and you're going to see we make an absolutely identical mistake here. I just needed to get out the power, but I don't. I drop that rear left onto the grass again, trying to make something happen when I just shouldn't have done, and we're down in 18th. But significantly, we've actually got suspension damage now, as you can see there, flashing away the front left, so we're going to have to come in to the pit, which I really did not want to do. So in and out. I replaced the tyres while I was at it anyway, as I may as well, and we are down in 18th place. A couple of silly mistakes of me pushing too hard. We've gone backwards down the field. With the race going the way it is, I think it's good to take a couple of minutes just to chat about how I need to be more strategic in the races that I choose to enter. I think everybody knows which of the tracks that I'm strong at and which ones I am not. And it's quite clear from this race, and we're going to see an example again, that I am not the strongest round this track. So as a result, as you can see here, I'm going to have a bad result. That combined with the couple of poor results that I had at Fuji that you've seen in previous races, my A+ ranking is very much in jeopardy. And what that means is I won't be in the top lobbies, which means that I'm not going to get the most points, which means I'm not going to do as well in the FIAs and just getting further away from my goal of trying to get to the World Finals, which on the basis of this is a million miles away. And I don't think it's the qualifying speed that's a problem. Even on a full length track I would have been about 8/10 off pole, because I was 4/10 off this short lap. I think a full lap I would have been about 8/10 off pole, maybe a second, something like that. So it shows I'm there, but it's just that consistency that I need to work on and be smarter about the races that I enter. Can you let me know, guys, in the comment section down below what your strategy is about entering races? Do you just enter every single one and see how you get on? Or do you actually think about which ones suit you, which ones you like, and which ones you go for? And that could be anybody who's an E rank driver or anybody who's an A+ or S rank driver. It'll be interesting to see what everyone's view is as I spin another time here. God, it's pretty painful, to be honest, isn't it? With 3 laps to go, I think that's my 4th spin, something like that. But as I was saying, please let me know in the comment section down below what your strategy is when entering these FIA championships. I think for me going forward, I'm going to see how many races actually count towards the final standings, and then how many ones that I actually feel that I can compete in. I will go for those ones with my schedule permitting, and we're going to start doing the ones that we're actually strong at rather than just doing them for the sake of them and seeing what happens, because things like this are going to happen. Now we've crossed the line here, we've been lapped, we're down in 18th. What an absolute disaster, and I dread to think what has happened to our driver rating, which is so disappointing considering we weren't a million miles away. We were only 4/10 off. And look at how many points we've got, 240. I dread to think, but let's have a look at our driver rating. So, our A+ stint is over. Through silly decisions from me and silly mistakes, I've actually lost the A+ that we worked so hard to gain. So for me, this means I've got to hit the reset button, and it's a bit of a wake-up call. Maybe I got a bit complacent in A+. I got up to 53,000, something like that. But throughout these 2 races at Fuji and this one, 3 races that I wouldn't normally enter, I've absolutely destroyed my DR, and I'm down to A. So following this pretty much hell week for me with those races that I just mentioned, I'm just going to press the reset button on my strategy. I'm going to go back to what got me to A+ by choosing the races I want to do and the ones that I think I'm good at, and then we're going to attack it from there, and we're going to get ourselves back up to A+ and back on the quest to be the best. Something which I hope you're all going to join me for. But for now, that's the end of the video, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching so much, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.